live, but I got church tomorrow. Yes, I've been going to church off and on. I've had to help my grandma lately. I've been super busy. So I thought, I've been outside. Sorry. I was like, my hair looks crazy. And I was like, you know what? If I don't go live, I'm starting to get tired. So I figured everybody can watch it on the replay. So we'll do about 2 minutes, see if anybody comes in, and if not, we'll get right to it. I'll show you my drink of the day. If you're new, welcome. My name is Kaya. We do a little bit of everything over here: tea, news, reacts, hauls, drama, snacks, drinks, everything in between, hence the word Kaya Simon's Life. So welcome, Ronnie, welcome. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to put up a community tab, and it has been buffing. Pray to the internet gods and goddesses. My signal has been terrible lately. I have been so just, if anybody's listening, I know these are all familiar faces, but I lost my mother. We're not going to start this out, Debbie Downer, but you just don't know what to expect with grieving. It's really been a hard process. As you guys know, Mother's Day was just around the bend. This has been a lot for me. I lost my mom, lost my dog, but we're not going to get into that. So hopefully I can get back on track. I always told you guys, welcome everybody, that if I'm not in the vibe or, no, Joe, you're right on time. If I'm not here to entertain you guys, I don't want to come on here and be a Debbie Downer. So that's kind of so. I'm kind of picking up the pieces. Nobody really tells you, how it's going to go. It's like I'm good. It hits me in waves. I miss my mom tremendously. I miss my dog. My little French bulldog, Simon, Mr. Wigston, Mr. Wiggly. Totally my best friend ever. So it was just all at once. So if you're new to my channel and you see kind of a spike in like the last couple months, that's kind of explained in a nutshell. So why we see, guys, I don't know what this internet signal is going to be like. I really don't. I don't know what to expect. It's beautiful outside. It was beautiful today. I'm sweaty. I don't know if you can see a glare. My hair's frizzy. It's like falling. There's a gnat. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to drink. And we have got, man, I started some of these notes yesterday and the clock was ticking. People were live night and day. And then I've got some over here. So what I thought we would do is, of course, we're going to talk about the catnap. Let me get a drink here. We're going to talk about the catnapping situation. But then I thought, I see some new familiar faces in her chat. I see some new familiar faces out and about. And I just, it's like picking up traction. It is, Joe. It really is. So, haven't watched it yet, but Cece Suarez, she kind of covers a lot of different people on the internet, deep dives into people. She just did a deep dive on Foodie Beauty, so I haven't watched it yet. It's Cece Suarez, and usually her videos are fantastic. So that's where I'm wondering if this traction isn't coming from. Because Foodie, if you haven't noticed, she was at 106. Now she's at 107. So, we all kind of, let's, yeah, Ronnie, I haven't even had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm pumped. So here's the deal. Welcome, everybody. So what I thought we would do is, of course, we're going to talk about the cat gate. And then I thought we'd kind of do a deep dive. I thought we would kind of do a deep dive, and you guys can help too here in the chat and the replay because, this is just a nutshell of the last 2 days, things that I could think of off the top of my head, and I'm sure there's plenty that I'm missing. So feel free to, if there's anything I'm missing, if there's anything I missed along the replay, this is kind of going to put things in a nutshell. We'll get into it and it's all going to make sense, I promise you. So let's talk about drink of the day. And then we get a special little treat, a little funny item that I seen one day. And I thought it kind of fits. I thought, what better celebration? But let's do our real drink of the day, and then we'll get into our funny item and get right into what we got shaken. So I was at the store the other day. I haven't even tasted. Oh, slow down there. I haven't even tasted this yet. I was waiting for you guys. I stuck this in the freezer. This is the 7 Up Endless Summer flavor, watermelon and strawberry. Cute little festive summer can. So again, it's Endless Summer. It's caffeine free. By the way, if we get any new people, this is non-sponsored. This is kind of our thing. We do a drink of the day, whether it be coffee, tea, unique sodas. I'm not a big soda person, but I do appreciate a good 7 Up. So strawberry and watermelon. Haven't even took a swig yet. Waiting for you guys, and here we go. Another little swig. Okay. So you get a tiny bit of watermelon, a tiny bit of strawberry, but it's not overly flavored. This is good. If you like 7 Up, I really think you'll like this. And then we got a special item that I thought was funny. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to need some kind of napkin or paper towel. I apologize. This thing, welcome everybody. I had this in the freezer and it is just, I don't want to get my notes all wet. Give me 1 second. Let me grab, actually I got a towel right here that I use just to set on my table here. Okay, so we have got a lot to get into. First and foremost, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I'm really trying to pull it together, you guys. I really, truly do miss you guys. But, you know, if I'm not entertaining and I'm not feeling, you know, to come on here and be, hey, hi, guys, how you doing? It's hard. So, you know, my thing is to come on here, have a good time, kick it, drink some coffee, shoot the BS. And, you know, I don't want to come on here and bore you guys. So that's kind of the deal. I'm still trying to pull together the pieces. So, okay, let's read this right quick. Welcome, everybody. First off, thumbs up. It's great to see everybody. Like I said, I know other people are live, but I figured, you know, we got a lot to get into, and people can always watch the replay. Okay, do you think she is on her way back to Canada? I do. As in my opinion, again, this is only my opinion and my chats. I want to put this out there. I'm not affiliated with Paul's of Kuwait. I'm not affiliated with Kuwait. You know, some of us here have done our research. It's pretty simple to do. Some of us in the chat have did our research. It's pretty simple. So I do too. So let's talk about this. So our girl has always talked a good game, you know, came on here and, you know, well, you know, I got to be careful. We're still in the first couple minutes here, you know, but she's threatened people per se and, you know, pull up on me and report me and I'll you and if I see you and bet somebody would and yada, yada. But I really think that this is all a facade, and we're going to talk about that as part of our notes here. That let's just get into it while we're here. I think Foodie Beauty comes on the internet and plays this facade of what she wants to be, what she wants the internet to perceive her as. As I've told you guys before, I'm me. I come on here. I think most of you guys know that have been around. You know, we make up silly words. I wear what I want. You know, this is kind of crazy, you know, right now, but we do Halloween parties. We wear silly Christmas costumes. I'm the same person on YouTube is off of YouTube for the most part. But I think that Chantal Foodie Beauty, aka Chantal Marie, I think that in her mind, she plays this facade of what she wants people to see her as. But I truly think in real life that I do not think she would bust a grape in a fruit fight per se. I do think that she's a keyboard warrior. I do not think, she made a comment the other day that, somebody said, welcome everybody. Somebody said something about, basically if somebody were to pull up on her, she was like, well, yeah, they can pull up, but, they'll just get a charge and I'll ruin their life. And she's mentioned that before, back when she was young, got into it with some teenage girls and stuff. And I don't know if one of them was older or something. Anyways, lightweight. She still to this day goes around and brags that this girl has a charge. So, do I think she's about anything in real life as far as going to jail? Nobody's wants to go to jail. What I'm saying is, I think she is absolutely scared shiznailas. Welcome, everybody. I think that, she is rock'em sock'em robots. I think that she thinks she is untouchable, as most of us here have seen. There's never any repercussions for, the most part of her actions. Now, you could say physically, yes, there are repercussions. I do think that she lives in her own her body per se. I mean, imagine carrying all that weight around. She has, I got to be careful. Like I said, we're still in the first couple minutes, but imagine thinking about food night and day, literally. I've told you guys, my aunt, I've had family members that were overweight. I've never seen, sorry guys, there's a gnat that's like, I've never seen anybody eat like her. I've never seen anybody think about food the way she does. I've never seen anybody obsess about food the way she does. Sorry, you guys, finish a meal and be on to the next one. I've never seen anything like it. It just seems like the will is just welcome, everybody. It just seems like it's just a will of food and food and food. And that is just genuinely all she cares about, in my opinion. So I think she is scared shitless. I think that she was not expecting, we're going to get down the list of a lot of things that have happened in Kuwait. And I'm going to tell you this off rip. I think I would have zipped it. I think I would have zipped it. I used to have empathy for Foodie, but that went out the door years ago. I think that Foodie plays a game of chess with people. What can you do for her? How can you help her at that time? And we're going to get into the notes tonight. If you didn't see, she threw Salah under the bus directly. She threw Salah under the bus. I think Salah was trying to tell her, zip it. Let's not dig the hole any deeper. And she's like, I'm going home. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be silenced. Yada, yada, yada. He's causing trouble for me. Whoa, wait a minute. Now, I'm not a fan of Salah in any shape, way, or form. Let's get this right here. And matter of fact, before I forget, let's go ahead and crack up a cold one for Salah here. Anybody want a poopsie? Not a Pepsi, a poopsie. I seen this little machine and I was waiting to get some food and they had like this little machine and it was like little miniatures and your girl got the poopsie. So we've got a little can of poopsie. So I thought this would be, welcome everybody. This would be quite fitting for the night. So cheers, everybody. The poopsies are on me tonight, or say, but, so what I think is, like I said, I'm not a fan of Salah, but for her to say that Salah was causing her problems. Now, did Salah have to go along with this? Absolutely not. Did it seem like a bad idea in the beginning? And he kind of, the chat's saying no. But then once he's seen, I think it was the Nicole chick that was the first one to donate. He, was like, boom. I think once he's seen the super chats coming in, it changed its pace. It changed its pace. Welcome everybody. So, I think that if you guys, like I said, there's tons of clips, tons of coverage of it. She, and this is no disrespect. I have anxiety, I have mental health, depression, yada, 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 so forth. But she, in my opinion, was manic AF. When she told him, no, don't listen to chat, basically, let's go, yalla, let's go get the cage. Pretty much don't listen to the chat, let's go. I mean, she had blinders on, and I mean, her pupils, and I think this is all, and I think maybe some of you guys will agree with me and let me know here in the chat and the replay. This is part of our history lesson too, which we are going to touch on this right now, and we're going to scoot along because this topic is so old and worn out, but the way that she's trying to, I see a lot of names here in the chat that were pretty much here for this arc. The BBJ and the French Fry Girl. French Fry Girl did not steal her cat. Girl took that cat to a certified veterinarian, put the actual notes up. The peds were grown, the nails were grown into its peds. Foodie Beauty was in Canada twice. She was there for 3 weeks before. Then once she found somebody, aka Amy Flowers, aka French Fry Girl, she was going to get the nails done. Pete's busted her out, her old roommate Pete's, and said basically that she never FaceTimed him about the cat. So I think most of us are pretty much, I agree, tiniest piece of garlic bread. I agree 100, and that's part of the notes. BBJ was not stolen. Like French Fry Girl, like I said, this cat was, let me get to the notes while we're right here. So let's go ahead and get this cat stuff out the way as far as BBJ, because I know a lot of you, and I'm pretty burnt out on this topic, where she keeps trying to rewrite history. A lot of us here in the chat seen it. So if you're an avid pet lover, and especially animal lover, and your pets especially, I'm sorry, y'all, this fruit fly gnat thing is driving me nuts. I got the window open. Foodie Beauty and chat and the replay, this is not me making this up. This is all documented. There are clips out there, the archive channels. Foodie Beauty made a comment numerous times laughing about taking the cat to the vet and laughing that the cat wasn't going to come home. There were comments made of the cat being, and I'm going to be graphic here for a minute, I apologize, but this all needs to be told because you got all these people, all poor Foodie, you're such good. No, who in the fuck, excuse my language, would ever talk about putting their animal or any animal in a bag, in a wood chipper? The food was missing. Why she was at Natter's? In my opinion, she wanted to take the, yes, numerous times. Thank you. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. If I'm missing fragments, help your girl out. Talking about dirt naps numerous times. Thank you, guys. The food was missing, and AK was allegedly in a different spot. Well, what had happened was a subscriber of Pete's or hers, numerous together, I don't know, sent food to their old apartment for the cat. In my opinion, I think she was going to take the cat to the vet for a end of life thing and making it to the veterinarian like the cat wasn't eating. Why, if you've lived somewhere for years, automatically would you change where you kept the cat food? Yes, a bag, a wood chipper. I'm sorry, but that is fucking morbid, and it's not a joke. I have a dark sense of humor when it comes to some things. I do not find it funny in any shape, way, or form. So, like I said, let's go ahead and knock this graphic stuff out while we're here right quick. She's never been a fan of dogs. Most of us know that. She never liked her mom's dog until the chat started liking it. Her chat, the community, always thought it was funny that her mother's dog would growl at her. When now all of a sudden she likes dogs and she likes the dog. She never liked the dog, in my opinion. She is not a dog person. Here's another thing. I'm going to get graphic, but this is going to wrap things in for some of the new people. And get ready. This is going to be graphic. I do apologize. And then we can pretty much move on from the graphic stuff. Foodie Beauty once told a story about squeezing a frog. Now, I think you can kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Wanted to see the eyes. I don't think I need to say anymore. To me, if you're at a young age and you're hurting animals, she would talk about, hamsters passing away. Her mother allegedly once put down a cat that was climbing up on stuff, eating butter per se. Some people mentioned, and this is all alleged, was Foodie Beauty eating the butter and blaming it on the cat. This is all alleged. These are just stories that were out there about a cat. Now, one more thing about her cats, or one more thing. She would laugh about animals back in Canada that she would over not paying attention, rabbits, other things. One night she said she didn't even know what she hit. It basically ripped the fucking fender off, and she just thought it was great. And there were pieces of fur stuck on the fender and the bumper. So you tell me this is someone that likes animals. Now, does shit happen? People, deers, when they're flying across the road, yes, shit does happen. But I've never in my life seen somebody have an accident with an animal and think it's fucking hilarious. I've never. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so let's kind of move on from that. Oh, two more things, and then we can move on from that. So, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month and a half, maybe my timing, but she was at the beach and she was feeding cats, and she stepped on one's tail and started laughing. Need I say more about that event? I also noticed at the park the day that they stole the kitten, catnapped the kitten, that as they're sitting there eating, thank you guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, y'all. Thank you guys. I miss you guys too, seriously. Why they were sitting there eating their fried chicken, I'm sure that lingered the air with the beautiful fried chicken smell. She is laughing, and Sulla sounds annoyed by the cats meowing because they're hungry. Now, if you guys seen the clip, what do you think? 5, 6 cats minus the kitten walking around? So it seemed like in the bag, the way she was carrying it, it didn't look heavy. Why not throw all that cat food out of there? You're taking handfuls and just flinging it in the air. Why not set it down in a couple nice little piles? Set it out the way. The one day I noticed she was feeding the cats. There was a guy sweeping a pathway by the beach. She put the water bowl right there and the food. Another time I noticed she was feeding a cat. She put the cat food behind a car in a parking lot. There is no thought to this. What would make you think that it is safe to feed an animal in the middle of a parking lot? And you got traffic coming and going, and then you have a parked car right behind the cat food. In my opinion, like I said, and we're going to move on from the BBJ and Sam situation, this cat stuff was all Julia was a to the haters. Julia resembles her old cat BBJ very much. Here's another thing that I'm going to add, and I would like you guys' opinion as well, and the replay. Am I crazy? But did the cat go from being like 13 to 17 to 20 to 21? This cat is going to be 100 years next year. I don't even think the cat is 21 in my opinion. Now, is it an elderly cat? I do believe that. But as she was getting to get rid of the cat to go to Kuwait, it's like the age was bumping up. We went from 13 to 14 to 17 to 20 to 21, 22. This cat's going to be 100 years old. So I think that all this cat stuff is a redemption in her mind. She wants to manipulate, oh, look at me, I got a new cat and now I'm taking care of it. Now, let's jump to present time. Did anybody notice? Let me start knocking some of these off as we go. Okay, did anybody notice that Julia, excuse me, did anybody notice all of a sudden that once they got these donations, that Julia just happened the next day to go get the groomer and get her, bottom shaved? Anybody notice that? Julia just miraculously, they had enough money to go get Julia shaved. I'll be doggone. Perfect timing. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to, we have so much to go over. I don't want to. Anybody notice that though? All of a sudden, next day, they get these donations, get the PayPal, and all of a sudden that Julia gets to go to the groomer. Hot doggy. Perfect timing. Okay, let's start from the beginning because I'm all over the place. Okay. So, I think most of you guys have seen that the Kuwaiti Pulse is not playing. They are not playing in any shape, way, or form. They look like they're going to be pretty transparent with what they're trying to do. They've talked about a lawyer. They've talked about a case, opening, a case. Now, do I honestly think that she is on her way to skate out of there? Absolutely. Like I said a couple minutes ago, I think she has got her fupa balls tucked behind her legs, and she might be going even a little bit faster than getting that cat to the car. Now, that's another thing. Anybody other than she was Joe Caning it up in the closet, and let's tell the newbies, she was getting geeked up and thought there was an intruder in her closet, and here it was her old cat, Sam. Yeah. So let's talk about that. Did anybody catch the other day that, I reached out to her. This is way, way, way years ago. Welcome, everybody. Did anybody catch the other day when she said that she was addicted to Joe Kane, Coca-Cola, nose candy for a couple days? A couple months, I mean. I don't think that is quite how addiction works. A couple days? Caught herself and said, a couple months. Now, before people, that are new, not you guys, say, well, Kaya, you're just a hater. Well, I'm a recovering addict. So I reached out to her and said, this is a very, it wasn't a couple days back then, we thought. And, I thought, as much as I don't, not a fan of food, I don't really see, want anybody to go down this dangerous path. And, she already has addictive personalities. It's the last thing. She already has a severe addiction. It's the last thing she needs. So believe it or not, if you're new or come across this video, some of us have tried to be nice to her. Some people used to be watchers, viewers. Some people have been fallen VIEs, but does it ever cross people's mind? And I'm talking about the VIEs in the back. And the reason why I say, I think most of you guys know this, but we probably got a couple lurkers. This is for the lurkers. I call you guys VIEs instead of VIBs. Very important visors. Well, I call them very important enablers. Because if you go against the grain, just like the other day when she was talking about, oh, well, if you're in anybody's chat that, I'm going to tie a circle. You cannot dictate where people go on the internet. You cannot gatekeep. Just like her mod Tracy, when she found out that Tracy was in Milky's chat. That's crazy. One of your people, Neb, my mod here, if I see Neb, Gaia, okay, that's different. But if I see Neb and somebody that doesn't get along with me and Neb's just kicking it, having a good old time, that's not my problem. It's a free world. I can't, you can't do that to people. And that is why she's accumulated so many people that do not like her. Believe it or not, Teardrop, if you're out there, what's the new chick, Nicole? That we're so horrible. See, they dox people. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. Talk to Foodie Beauty like Natter and Didi or don't. You, Foodie Beauty, doxed an elderly woman in a nursing home. You hear that, VIBs? A elderly woman in a nursing home. But Foodie Beauty's excuse was Natter and Didi showed the nursing home. Well, you did your due diligence, Foodie Beauty, to take it upon yourself. See, people in the chat are saying they remember. This is not shit that we make up. This is all on the clip channels, the archive channels. Now again, like Nat Didi or don't, that elderly woman had nothing to do with this YouTube bullshit. Nothing. And I'm telling you what, again, like Didi or don't, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. That was foul. To dox an elderly woman at a nursing home. I haven't even had a chance to watch it yet. Yes, Dank Fupa is back. that makes the cartoons. I'm not affiliated with them. I just want to put that out there. Yes, thank you, honey. Room number and everything. And that is what Foodie Beauty justified it. Well, Natter indeed the nursing home. Well, you, Foodie Beauty, took it upon yourself to give the room number. So speaking of people, like I said, you know, teardrops, this new Nicole chick that made a video sticking up for Foodie Beauty. Do you guys understand? Sorry, I'm trying to talk fast. I'm like, do you guys understand the teardrops, the Nickies, Nicole? Do you understand how many fallen teardrops and Nickies there have been? Many. Many, many, many. Do you think that you are not of use to her? Do you see how quick she was to throw Sala under the bus? This is somebody that is allegedly supposed to be her husband. Do you think she gives zero shits about you? This is somebody she spent almost 3 years with and she's living with. Now, again, I'm not writing for Sala. I'm just saying, friend or foe, family member, do you see how quick it was? I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Saul is causing me trouble. I am not gonna. I can see it already. I can see it already. Put a show in the hands right quick in the chat and let me know in the replay. How many of you think that if we get back to Canada safely, that I'm going to be, oh my God, I was such an oppressed woman. I just couldn't tell you guys the things I wanted to tell you, just the way I was treated. This is going to be Natter 2.0. Now again, I'm not rocking with Natter. I'm talking about when things didn't go her way, she flipped the script. Exactly, Polly. Exactly, honey. Use victim 100. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody here. Chill in the background. Now, do I think that things allegedly could happen with Natter? I got to be careful in here. You guys know that. Yes. But when you go, if things happen like you say they did, absolutely, Crypt. Absolutely. If something happened to me, exactly, beware. If something happened to me, chat, and I said, will you guys ride to the police station with me to make a report? Why would I have to ask my chat what I should say? VIBs, you hearing this? She was in the car pulling up to the police station and asked her chat, what should she say? Now, later down the line, she backtracks and said, well, I exaggerated. Now again, don't believe me, don't believe my chat, don't believe the replay comments. It's all out there. That is why so many people say yes. Things might have got a little wild. Things might, yes, we've seen some crazy moments, but she wants to play a victim so fucking bad. I'm an addict. I've had shit happen to me, fucked up things happen to me. Is it part of my life? Absolutely. But I don't want to wear it as a badge of honor. Nobody wants trauma. And this is going to be fucked up, but I'm going to say it. Welcome, Uncle Bucks. Welcome, everybody. It's like she wants to be, I don't even know how to sound this. It's gonna sound terrible. It's like she wants to me too. That me too. Oh, I'm an addict. Me too. Well, I never wanted to be an addict. It happened, unfortunately. Am I afraid of saying it? No. Am I proud of it? No. Exactly where it's like she's so wants that sympathy, and I know this probably sounds messed up to some people. I hope you guys are kind of getting what I'm saying. It's like she wants this sympathy and this empathy that she doesn't have for other people. She wants to guard that. Her and Natter did not live together. She drove, what, an hour and a half to meet him? She bought him an iPad, bought him glasses, bought him groceries, paid his fucking rent, paid his phone. Now, I'm not saying when you're in a relationship with somebody for years, your bank account's tied together, you live together, you may have children together, you may have a business together. That shit is hard to get away from. No children, there were no business, there were no strings, they did not live together. She could have walked freely at any given time. For Christ's sake, sorry, my ankle popped. She had a menage, not Nicki Minaj, with Natter and Dee Dee twice, allegedly. Riddle me that. But again, this is all out there. Okay. So, there is a person in her chat called Strawberries. I think it's strawberries and cream. Strawberries something. We're just going to say strawberries. I know that exactly. This man did not have a car. She brought him to her apartment. He never got a ride there, never caught a taxi there. She did. It's, again, I know a lot of you guys are burnt out on it. I'm burnt out on it. It's all out there, my friends. Yeah, reptile. Twice allegedly. Twice allegedly. That is admitted. So who only really knows how many nights they party together? Okay. So Strawberries went into her chat and begged basically Peter McNugget to save her. Get her out of there. You got inheritance money. Pete's dad died a while back, and but from what I heard is he's been door dashing it up, Uber Eats over there, buying plushies. You guys know I love a good trinket, but if I lived in somebody else's home and was at their mercy, I don't think I would be buying trinkets. I would be, these people are friends of Peter McNugget's mom. They could say at any given time, we're moving. You can't come with us. Say they own their house. We're moving. You can't come. We don't have a room for you. Okay, that's what I thought, Dance, that he was blowing through it. That's what I had heard. But what I'm saying is, let's talk about this. Why should he's not? See, I heard he was buying like plushies and door dashing it up. Is he? Okay. Well, here's what we're going to get into though. So Strawberries busts into Peter McNugget's chat and says, you got inheritance money. You need to get her out of there. You need to save her. Come on, Pete's. Come on, Pete's. Come on, Pete's. Come on. Now, Strawberries, my friend. Come in a little closer. Welcome, everybody. Strawberries, I'm going to let you in a little secret. I'm sure the chat will too. Foodie left Pete's high and dry twice. Not once, but twice. Not once, but twice. She left Pete's for BB. They had a spot. She left Pete's as a roommate to go move with Sala. And she fucked off his credit. What was it, you guys? 80K allegedly? So I'm asking you, Strawberries. Hold on, you guys. This is why I don't like to drink soda or Red Bull on stream. I know that's horrible. I'm sorry. Strawberries and the VIEs. Why should it be Pete's job to save Foodie Beauty? Thank you, Beware. This man has been left twice. 80K in debt, allegedly. That we know of. It is not. I think that is messed up to put yourself in a situation. Foodie Beauty is a big girl, no pun intended. See, I think that people, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Beware. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Throw things, I mean, this is just 2 days of notes. I mean, you guys know that we could be here till next Christmas. Yes, the apartment, the villa, the last apartment that they had that we all called a villa. Some of the kitchen floor got tore up. The cats wrecked the carpet, feces, poop. She pretty much walked out with a suitcase. Now, I will say this. It seemed like Pete took his stuff. But she literally walked out the fucking villa with a rollaway suitcase. Like this. Oh, not like this, but left, walked out. Imagine leaving yours today. Oh, here's my bathroom towel. Here's my pillowcases. Here's everything from, here's some old makeup. She walked out with a rollaway suitcase, my friends. This woman was making 20K, a little bit up a month. And yes, that is true. I do have an inside source at that time. I can verify, and I'm still going to cover my ass in my opinion. Yes. Was she making 20-something K? Yes, she was. Can I give away my source? No, I can't. I promised them I would never do that to them. But yes, she was making that much. She was. She was making that. Now, was she making that all the time? No. Now, let me tell you when she was making that. She was making that at the peak of Natter drama. I would say, again, this is only my opinion, I would say she was making that basically when shit started getting raw with Natter, equivalent that time, that couple months. So what do you guys think? 5 months, 4 months, 6 months? I got this at Kroger. It's called Endless Summer Watermelon Strawberry. I got this at the Kroger. Welcome, y'all. Yeah, yes, it was around that time. Absolutely, Beware. Absolutely. Anyway, so long story short, what I'm saying is, for the people, I'm not saying you guys, for, people that are, why don't you buy some clothes? Why don't you buy some shoes? Why don't you buy some decor? She had all that stuff. Exactly, Alex. And Alex, you knew right where I was going with it. It's on the notes. Let me cross it off before I forget. Where is it here? Where? Up here it is. Nothing to show, literally. Nothing to show, literally. Walked out with a rolling suitcase. Great to see you guys. Yeah, Dainty. Yeah. Can you imagine the trips you could take? help your family, depending if your family needed help. And she mentioned that. Oh, I've helped anybody in the chat believe here that she she ate her family's Christmas gifts one year. I don't believe she was handed mom or her sister, hey, here's a hot 100, here's a hot 500, 400, go buy yourself something nice. We all see she gets her sisters used makeup and makeup bags. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's better than throwing away. What I'm saying is she takes, and doesn't give, is what I'm saying. You guys know, say this wasn't my shade and I'd swiped it and I put alcohol and send it to one of y'all. If I'm all about reuse, reduce, recycle. So there's nothing wrong with passing things down. What I'm getting to is she doesn't pass anything down but drama and heartache. Oh, it's a wild ride. That's why I thought, we're going to get into cat stuff and all, I've got stuff all in here, but I thought, she got another 100 subs, who knows, but I thought, you got the CC Suarez thing going around, she might pick up some traction, and it's just a good refresher. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of new VIBs in her chat that it's like they're brainwashed already. It's like she can do no wrong. And I'm not saying, I'm an angel. I'm not saying, people don't do wrong. But what I'm saying is, we have a saying over here. And, I say this all the time. And, those that have been with me from the get-go, we can agree to disagree about things. That's not the way shit goes over there. If you are not rocking with her and you go against the grain on a bad day, your ass is done. And I think most of us have seen it. Like I said, the ghost teardrops passed. So, like I said, do I think that Pete's owes anything to Foodie Beauty? Absolutely not. Pete, I know you will never see this in your life, but just for saying a million drop of a needle in a haystack, no. Pete's, work on you, do you, and cut the string, my friend. Think about, she's left you, she was going to dump you for Natter. Don't do it, Pete's. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall victim to the bullshit again. Oh, it's gonna get, I don't even want to put this in the universe, and I know some of you guys are thinking this shit with me, and I don't even know if I should say it. I really don't. I don't even want to put it in the universe, but I feel like she is scurrying her ass back to Canada as we speak. This is the thing, and this is part of our notes here that, back to like her sister, her mother, her grandmother, I'm not saying that family shouldn't help you. I'm not saying friends and family shouldn't help each other. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, she is an emotional vampire. She is an emotional vampire. And this is where the problem kicks in. Like I said, I'm not saying that family shouldn't help you. I'm not saying that friends shouldn't help you. But this is where shit has hit the fan all of Chantal's life. Mommy saved her ass. Grandma saved her ass. Pete's paid the bills when they were together. BB paid the bills when they were together. This is the fucking problem. She's been spoon-fed and baby-fed. Just like a perfect story. Did you guys hear a couple months ago when she was talking exactly, Hound? There's help and there's enabling. 100%. You said it perfectly. Did you hear the story when she was talking about the cunt lady, Kathy? And she was talking about her and her boyfriend. And we discussed this. I think it might have been the last stream we did. And she said, yeah, you and your boyfriend made me cash a $400 check and my mom had to pay it back. You owe my mom $400. Excuse me? My mom, God rest her soul, would have said, you better go mow some fucking lawns or you better go do something. My mom would have said over my, God rest her soul, like I said, my mom would have said, you better figure it out, Captain. She would have said, babysit, mow some lawns, help me cater, come up with something. But no, that again brings us back to the situation at hand. The other day, now this is going to sound like a real dick move, especially when I'm sitting here talking about my deceased mother, but you know what? She wants to talk shit about people's family and people's kids. Run it. The gloves are off. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and this is probably answer if you want. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being honest. This is going to sound mean, but again, this is just, did it seem like to me, or excuse me, it seemed like to me that when she started, she used to take her grandma to the store and go out to lunch with her once in a blue moon. Did it seem like, and it seemed like to me, in my opinion, that once the YouTube traction started picking up and her money started picking up, we didn't really hear anything about grandma. We didn't hear about going to lunch with grandma, taking grandma to the bookstore, taking grandma to the grocery store. We didn't really hear anything like that. Am I crazy? I don't know. I know it sounds like an asshole move, but God doggone it, y'all. It just seems like, again, I'm going to say it and it's going to sound mean. What can you do for me? It seemed like once the YouTube money and the traction, and this is like the mukbang period. This isn't even natter period. Well, we could get into that too. The natter period, she was at the hospital asking her mother what the fuck is for dinner in the hospital. As her mother is losing her mother. Made a clip of a chicken sandwich in her purse and was so ecstatic. Look, guys, I still got my sandwich. Made a clip of a sandwich in her purse at the hospital. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. And then once she kind of moved into the villa and left BB's, like we really didn't hear much about grandma too much. And I know that sounds like, let me just stop because I'm going to be a dick and I really don't want to go there. But it just, like I said, it's almost like the vibe that she gives, what can you do for me? And if she's got her own money and her own shit going on, fuck Pete's, fuck her family, she's good. But now that things aren't so good, that's how we ended up in the predicament that we're in today. Can you imagine saying, guys, will you buy me a coffee? Guys, will you buy me a new fan? Guys, I need a new litter box. I made a list of shit that I just thought in my head the other day. There was also the vid too, but it just seemed like, I don't know. It just seemed like she got wrapped up into YouTube, you know, because back at BB's you would hear, oh, I'm going to take my grandma to the store. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I got a chair and it's kind of, if you hear it, it's a little, Okay, these are just things I thought of last night. Okay, so food, a fan, a bigger litter box, a stove fund, coffee, somebody donated for her to go to the bookstore, and Jolie a treat. What'd she get? A pack of cat stickers. What the hell, y'all, did she get from that bookstore? I know it was the cat stickers. It was a very generous donation. It was a pack of cat stickers, what, the paper and some pins, wasn't it? The slush, the tornado potato, and I don't think that Jolie ever got her treat or toy. Oh, yeah, and the folders. Thank you, Bucks. Okay. Pens, papers, book. Yeah, the folders. And then the stickers. Welcome, everybody. I don't think the stove is broken. So if you guys do recall, again, I think this was the last stream that we covered. She was talking about how if she ran the dryer and all the stuff all at once, it would short out the electric, wasn't it? It sounded almost like it would blow a fuse, in my opinion. Now, am I an electrician? No. But I don't think the stove is broken. Maybe one of the eyes are plugged in. If it's an electric one, you know how like the things can come unplugged. Hell, maybe the whole stove is unplugged. That's a good thing too, Bucks. I never thought of that. The rolling blackouts, maybe something got, I think that she just doesn't want to fucking cook. Now again, maybe there is some kind of fuse when you got too much stuff plugged in, you know, possibly. But, so somebody mentioned the stove the other day. And I'm like, dude, come on. Yeah, beautiful. What the hell was that? Thank you for, see, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. I made these in 2 days, and like I said, we'd be here till Christmas. What was that, beautiful? Let's read that. The stove was broken, but rented out the kitchen. For what? I caught that, and I was like, for what? What? There's no, and again, this is, you know, she loves to judge people's spots. But what I'm saying is, you guys know I've catered things like that. What could you do in that kitchen? There's no counter. Like, even if you know, made hors d'oeuvres or something, they didn't need a stove. There's no counter space in there. Yeah, beautiful. I am so glad you said that. When she said that, but notice, beautiful, and you guys, when she said that, she said, we're so broke, hint, hint, we rented our kitchen out. We're so broke. I know, or excuse me, in my opinion, she's always been about money. But just the way they've got to be hurting like hell right now. They have got to be hurt. I mean, everything lately. Somebody mentioned, where is it here? Let me find it. Here it is. Here it is. Somebody mentioned going to the grocery store. And she said, well, why should I do that for free? Well, I do recall that you do get ads on your videos, and you do have memberships, and you do make super chats. So how is that going to the store for free? Something, Alex, because I was like, what did you do in that kitchen? There's no counter space. If the stove's broken, allegedly, what could you do? I wondered that as well, Dance. But this is what I think as well. Let's read that. She's broke because Salah is stacking and banding her money for his escape once he realized he isn't going to Canada. I do think that at the beginning. I do. I do think that was his motive, but I think that she seems so naggy when she wants something to eat that he's like, here, have it. Here. That too, I seen that beautiful. Right when she said about the nerve of people begging on TikTok, it was like the next day or two. I think though, like I said, I think in the beginning he was stacking it aside. And I think at the beginning he might have had a tiny nest egg. But I mean, you guys, she just when you think that she cannot eat anymore, it is like she is full throttle, my friends. She is full freaking throttle. I do tiniest piece of garlic bread pondu. I think she is scared just right now. I think, again, not to repeat myself, like I said in the beginning, I don't think she's ever really had any repercussions. I don't think she's ever had to really be accountable for anything. So I think right now, and especially being in a foreign country, I think she's scared shitless. I think she is scared shitless. No pun intended. That's another thing, man. Having to crap all the time. I mean, is it worth it? Why would you want to go out and eat at a restaurant and then you got to jump back in your car? Oh my God, I got to go to the bathroom. Like, it's just like her body cannot physically keep up with the food. Oh, Amber, 100. This is going to sound messed up. But let's be real here. Welcome, everybody. This is part of my list. Let's kind of roll into what Amber said. Let's kind of roll into that. Welcome, everybody. I would be getting the hell out of the Middle East. Okay, this is on the list. We're going to kind of roll that into this. When you talk about WASTA, when you talk about loopholes and people and no people and getting help, underground help, you're putting people at risk. It kind of sounds, and again, this is only my opinion, and it kind of sounds like to me that you scratch back, I'll scratch yours. You owe me a favor, I owe you a favor. Here's a couple bucks, slide this paperwork for me, off you go. Slide this through, get it stamped for me, look the other way, can you slide this through for me? That's what it seems like to me. So when you're putting other people's hustle, their job, or both, they roll it into one thing, it's dangerous. Oh no, you guys, is the video okay? Hold on, let me make sure. Shoot me a thumbs up in the chat. Are we caught back up? Are we clear? I don't know, y'all. How we looking, y'all? Okay, we're good? Good? Okay. Sometimes I've noticed even me being in chats, I've had to come in and come back out sometimes. Okay, we're good to go? Okay. What I'm getting at is that when these people live there, this may be their job, this may be their life. They may put this side hustle into part of their job, stamp this paper, get it through if you catch my drift. Here's a couple bucks, speed up this paper or have it stamped, whatever the process may be. When you go messing with people's livelihoods, These people aren't there for shits and giggles. I think you catch what I'm saying. You start messing with people's livelihood, their job, whatever they may have going that could be possibly underground, maybe legal. I think you get where I'm going here. She doesn't understand. This shit is not fun and games. She doesn't get that. Talking about the loophole marriage, that right there could open up a whole ass can of worms. This whole situation could spiral into so many other things. There's so much here, you guys, that I have that, and she doesn't solve. That's where the fucking problem lies. That's where the problem. She only thinks about herself. She only thinks about that moment. And that could get dangerous. That could get dangerous. So I found this exactly tiniest piece of garlic bread. Okay, I thought this was rather interesting. So I know some of you guys probably know Vitaly. Vitaly is like an old school YouTuber. I guess Vitaly got caught up in, I forget exactly where it was. But in her last Burger King video, basically she was saying that, yeah, Vitaly needs to learn the laws where he's at. He deserves punishment. He needs to figure out where he's at and figure out the laws where he's at. I was like, oh my gosh. 3 years almost you've been there. You have, let's find it. Hold on, we covered that. Let me find it here. Sorry, I have so much. Hold on, we talked about that. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I have so much. Okay, here we go. Lo and behold, what I was looking for was right underneath it. Okay, was it Korea? Okay. So, she has buried a hamster illegally. You cannot bury past deceased pets on the beaches. Allah Shabib's wife, remember she was alleging that they were having roommates, that the wife was, oh, I don't think it's staged, Sarah. Okay, Vitaly was the Philippines, okay. Yeah, I seen the Johnny Somali thing. Man, that guy, you guys, that Johnny Somali kid is... Sarah, I don't think it's staged because these receipts are coming up with the Kuwaiti polls. If you didn't have them involved, then I could say, yeah, it's a heist, it's a big V coming up, it's a cash grab. But when you got this Kuwaiti polls in play and they're putting up these posts, and you could clearly tell, I mean, she was fucking crying. I don't think this is, I don't think that, you know, they could pull off a heist like that. The disrespect to Sala, you could hear it in her voice, the tears. When she got off and she seen the post, you could just the whole vibe. I think our girl can be an actor at sometimes, but I don't think she could pull I don't think she could pull a heist like this. Okay, back to it. Okay, so Allah Shabibs, that's what Denise I got coming up right. We're about to talk about. We're about to hit that right here. So another thing this could get sticky, kind of like we're gonna roll into what Denise just mentioned, is why does she every time the door knocks or the doorbell? Shh. I truly think that if you notice the last two spots, do you lose? See, I don't think it is. I don't think they're that slick. Um, I really don't. Like I said, if the Kuwaiti polls wasn't involved, you might have me. Yes, the 7-Up is pretty good. I do like it. I do $2. I think it's legit. Like I said, okay, so let me get back into my bed. I'm reading, okay. So, it seems to me that they scurried out of the last two spots they had pretty quick. Now, were the last two spots pretty small for her? The stove was in the hallway? Yes. But that one spot, man, it seemed like they just left in the middle of the night. Why again, every time does the door knock and the doorbell, she looks sketched out as hell. I do not think they're married at all. That's what I think, Dance. I don't think they're married. And again, this is only my opinion in my chats. Okay, I'm going to go out again. This is only my opinion. I want to put this out there. They could have did the Mr. Marriage, okay, at first. Now roll with me here. Or they could have got, I know, y'all. I'm going to get back into it. Once a month is way too long. I apologize. I completely get it. Or could the apartment be in Brad or somebody else's name? Somebody that was, now I guess Murad allegedly got divorced, but could the apartment possibly be in somebody else's name to make it look like a wife and husband are staying there? Now I know that workers and single families can stay in that building, but why the fuck does she look so bugged out every time the door knocks? And I've seen people say that she's doing it for drama. To me, it doesn't look like it. To me, she looks frightened. Even if she knows that a food delivery is coming, it's something like ice cream or like a coffee, that, iced coffee or something that's going to melt, she looks scared. If you're got an iced coffee or ice cream delivery, you're gonna grab that shit. Hey man, thank you. Thanks for the delivery. I think so, you guys. I do. Murad, and again, this is only my opinion. Somebody could have got him the spot. I don't know. But she looked shook to me. Okay, streaming and driving. I don't know if it had got passed yet, but that was another thing that was being talked about. I don't know if it's passed over there yet. Starting drama. Remember when she first moved over there and, oh, none of you guys could live over here because you can't act a fool on stream and you can't treat people like that. And then she bugged out her wife and made all the wild accusations. It's an expat workers, it's an expat workers apartment, and technically Sala is an expat working with Murad. Yes, something. Oh, Luciano, that's on my list as well. So, I've got filming in a cemetery. Remember they went to the cemetery? I've got filming in the mosque. Remember when she snuck into the mosque when nobody was in there? Pretty sure that, you guys, this damn, I still didn't get it. I'm pretty sure it is illegal in the graveyard, and I'm pretty sure that they don't want you finessing around a mosque in, filming. That's what I'm saying. That's where we're at, Dance. That's what we're getting, okay. So, what about Julia? Did anybody notice? Yes, that's my thing too. I had on the back here the oil fields when she first got there. Thank you. That's somewhere along here. Hold on. Guys, I have just got. Oh, here's another one. Okay, hold on. We just talked about the door knocks. Is it safe to feed camels bread? Yes, I had that too. I think somewhere on with the oils. I don't know where I didn't put it at this point. Hold on. We talked about the WASTA and the license, the fall visas passed, loophole marriage, no work permit. I'm pretty sure that you need to have a work permit if you're going to work over there as a tourist. Again, I still think she's a tourist, hence the visa hop, yada, yada, yada. She thinks that shit is funny. You're not going to keep traveling like that, especially at her weight, her finances, if you don't have to. Okay, Julia. Notice she didn't mention shit. When she bugged out the other night, she was like, and Sala, you stop messaging me and I'm going home Canada bees. There was no, oh my God, you guys, let me get off here, figure this out. My cat, my life, my husband. Yes, exactly, Bucks. I don't think you can go around feeding random camels and can they eat pita bread and bread? Does anybody, I thought they ate like vegetables and shit and fruits. That's, I don't know. I don't know a lot about camels, but I don't know. It was bread safe to feed camels. And again, can you just go around and there's, if you unfortunately look at the feet, they had ropes around, so they're not wild camels. Okay, let's say this. Let's say this. Now, this might piss some people off, but you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Our world is in disarray right now. Our world is in disarray right now. Like I said, this might make some people mad, but I'm going to say it. I've said it before, and I'll keep on saying it. So one of the VIEs mentioned that once they seen the kid, that she should start a GoFundMe. GoFundMes, in my opinion, are for emergencies. Say somebody's house burns down. Say somebody needs cancer treatment and the family can't afford it. Say a traumatic car wreck and they can't afford the medical bills. Say medication, you know, a tornado, a natural disaster. If you are making money on YouTube and you eat copious amounts of food, you do not need a GoFundMe for nothing. 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 This is where it's like the VIEs are so spun that If she would get her addiction under control, she would have money for other shit. Cats don't really eat a bunch like dogs do. Cats are pretty much spayed, neuter, get their food, get their vaccines. They're pretty much good to go. Get their litter, get their litter box, get them some toys. In my opinion, dogs are more high maintenance. Dogs eat more, more health issues in my, of course, cats, but I think dogs are more expensive in my opinion. So if she would get her food situation under control, she would have money for all kinds of shit. So to start a GoFundMe, no, I'm sorry. No, leave it for emergency purposes. Leave it for emergency purposes. Okay, so welcome everybody. Did you hear about when she bugged out on Sala and said, if I can't talk, I'm leaving here. I don't want to hold stuff in. Welcome everybody. Holding what in? And she said, I'm done with this situation. Well, that is true, Box. That is true. That's funny. That's another thing that's on our list. Did y'all hear her? I swear to God, this is on our list. Did you hear her say that she left BB the furniture the other day? Like she was bragging about it? Anybody that's late to the BB arc, couch looked like the gaming chair and the chair out of her old kitchen. And I'm pretty sure when she went to go visit him, he had new couches. She's like, yeah, I left him everything. You left him a tacky giraffe that don't even get me started. But yeah, she's like, I left him the furniture. I'm like, ooh, thanks. Could have hauled that out to the trash with your pizza boxes. So, who wants a green card? We remember that? So, before this whole Sala arc, there was a guy named Matin. What did he last, you guys? Was it like 24 hours? She was in love. She was getting married. Was it 24 hours? So she put it out there basically before Sala came that who wants a green card. So then another thing, I do need to, look, this is how I still have shit all over the place. Okay, I was like, where am I at here? So she shaved her head, and her and Pete's were in the kitchen, and I remember this so vividly in my head. They were standing at the little island, like the kitchen counter, and she said, do you think it would be appropriate if I wore a hijab? And he said, I don't know. And he said, I think it's for Muslims. And she said, I'm Muslim now. So she wonders why people say that she's cosplaying the religion. It's like she morphs into the Matin guy, want her to do this, that. I've never seen somebody it's like, if you guys remember the Maten guy, like I said, I don't even know if he made it 2 days, 24 hours. Oh, we're going to get married. He's going to come here. And it's like, no, 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 no. That just sounds, if somebody A hasn't met you, B hasn't even talked to you on the phone, let alone a week, or even seen you, no, absolutely not. It's like, when she was with Natter, she morphed into shit Natter liked. She liked, stuff that BB liked. But it's like she morphs into whoever she's with. She just can't be her own person. It's like, even, if she'll watch things on TikTok, she'll, and I'm not saying, if I see something, of course I want to try it. If it's, something I like. I'm not saying that, or a recipe or something. It's like she'll watch people and, I seen this girl and she can eat McDonald's every day and she's not gaining weight, and you don't know what she does on the side. She may eat that one McDonald's meal and work out and eat salad the rest of the day and berries. It's like she just can't be her. And that's why, if you go back, exactly, beware. If you go back to, like I said at the beginning of the stream, literally, it's like she wants to portray this person. And I'm going to say this even for myself. Exactly, that's a perfect example. She imitates what she sees. And I will say this. I had one hell of a year last year. Lost my dog, lost my mom. Fuck, I've lost myself along the way. I'm not saying that, you can't slip into a hole of depression and, like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Who am I? But when you clearly, exactly, beware. When you clearly have no identity of yourself, and I'm not saying that everybody knows exactly who they are and where they want to be in life. But it's like, Foodie, and again, welcome, Freedom. Oh my God, Freedom. Makey the other day. Did you hear her say that? I'm going to do my Makey right quick. I'm going to do my Makey. I'm like, what in the fuck? Everything is weird lately. I don't know if she, like, it's like she's trying to make, like, new catchphrases. Yeah, she's like, hold on a minute. I'm going to do my Makey right quick so I don't look like I don't know what she said, a ghost, or, hold on. Like, speaking of. And then the part of saying something, what'd she say, you guys, about Sala and a dad? Thank you, Freedom. Would she say something about Sala's like a father figure? Or, gosh, you guys, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But when you talked about the words, it is. It's like the baby and she changes like her tones. Like in some videos, like okay, yeah, like father figure or something. It's like she'll do a video and she'll be like, yeah, guys, and and today, and then it's like the next fucking live is like, nah, like, what the fuck is up with the noises? That no, those noises. I gotta be good on here. That nah, 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 nah. That shit, and again, I make jokes and shit over here. We come up with silly words. We do shit. You guys come up with phrases, catchphrases, and shit when we got to make our little code link. But I've replayed it because I'm so fucking annoyed by it. But at the same time, it's like I'm fucking fascinated. It's like, it's almost like, do you know you're doing this? Do you know what I mean? Do you guys, like, have you watched her do it? Oh, the baby shit is, I would say the baby shit is top one, and then the cat shit is number two. The, come here, baby, baby, baby. Oh, guys, look at this. Oh, check it. Baby, come here, baby. Those are probably my top two, I would say, takes me to a dark place. To say the nicest, smoothest way on here. But again, oh yes, don't bite mom. Don't bite mom. Don't bite mom. Come here, mom. Don't bite mama. It's crazy. It's like the other day, I was so fucking annoyed, but it's like I replayed it, and it's like I watched her. So she was sitting at, I don't know if they were about to eat or something. Damn it, y'all. I can picture it in my head, but I don't know. I feel like they were about to eat. And she's like, no, no, no. Like just the mannerisms, and I don't know. It's like, does she know? It's like she almost clocks out for a minute. Like, watch her eyes next time she does that. No, no. Like it's like the lights are on, but is anybody in there? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Oh my gosh, babe, 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 babe. And you always know majority what the babe is gonna be. The babe is gonna be, welcome everybody. The babe is 100 probably percent gonna be, can we order something? Can we order something? When you hear the babe, she wants something. I said this before. Imagine you're like, oh, nice on your pillow, and you're just, babe, can you bring me a water? Can you bring me the fan? She was so heated the other day when, thank you, Boza. Thank you, love. Oop, I gotta be careful, y'all. She was so heated the other day when he busted her out about those water bottles. Bucks, you knew right where I was going. That was the next thing I was headed to. Boy, well, why don't you marry someone else if you don't love me? She was heated. She wanted so bad to have this facade to us, that her habits had changed, and she was picking up the house, and oh, Amber, that day. And again, I'm not saying it was right he dumped the water on her, and I'm not, but she kind of took like the water bottle at first and kind of like in a plainly, but like kind of, and again, nobody should be whacking anybody with nothing or pouring anybody on thing, on nothing. I'm not saying that, but you could tell he was fed up with the shit that day. Thank you again, Boza. Yeah, you could tell that he was just, I mean, the water bottles had pissed him off the last and final straw. When say sorry, sorry, not sorry, I was like, ooh, he's pissed. I just don't understand why you can't put them in the trash. And it is, I mean, I've, left a bag of chips and folded them over in here, but I'll take this out of here with me when I go. I'll throw this, this is just, and I use shit like this, scraps of paper, because I'm going to pitch it. But you could tell that it was enough. He was letting it go, and he just harped on them water bottles. He'd stop, he'd bring it back up. He'd stop, he'd bring it back up. And it just pissed her off. All right, y'all. We are trucking along. Wow. Stayed somewhat on task for the most part. Okay. Let's bring it back to tonight, today. So, anybody noticed when the last live stream that she deleted, when she figured out that the cats were safe, and she said, and they even used my pictures. It was like her whole, if you were genuinely happy and wanted the well-being for those cats, it was like her whole, even before she found out, she's like, oh, really? Even before she found out they were investigating her, she's like, oh, really? Most people are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. It's like she, in my opinion, was almost like, well, fuck, it didn't fall on me. If you wanted the good deed to be done, the good deed got to be done, because not only was the kitten safe, and the mother was like 2 or 3 more kittens they found. Now, here's where my asshole gets chafed. Here's where I'm like, Beezers, wake up. Anybody in there? Are we looking at chemtrails? Okay. Why, if we were going to be transparent, why did nobody ask what the medication clinic type pharmacy situation type deal, how much was it? What was $50? What was a little over $50? Shebang shaboom. Here's the receipt. Why did nobody ask that? Like I said, miraculously the next day, Julia was groomed. But in my opinion, if you were trying to genuinely do a good deed and you were going to be transparent with them, why wouldn't, as soon as Sala walked out the pharmacy vet situation type deal, that now people are saying that they looked up that it's just a fucking pharmacy. You go there to buy pet medications, allegedly. No, what would it be, you guys? It would be Sunday in Kuwait, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be Sunday? That is weird. I thought that too, Dance. When she was about freaked out on the stream, and she was like, they made, or excuse me, don't quote me how I word this. Would she say I was made to put the kitten back? Look at Angela go. I asked Foodie, did she get a receipt? And she said they didn't give him one. See, they could have jotted something down on there, even if they getting ready to close for the night and the register's down. Here you go. They could have jotted it down and said $21.99. Da da da. See, Amber, I thought she said it 1 minute it was $50. And then she said the medication was 50, and then it was over 50. And then it was, I made 50 in donations, and then I made 70 in donations. Yeah, she said she was forced to put the kitten back. So to me, that sounded, and remember she said, I don't feel like, yeah, super chats, I seen that. It was a little over $600. Guys, that wouldn't be a stream unless I got a cramp in my leg. Yeah. Now, the PayPal thing, we're never going to know. We're truly never going to know how much she made on PayPal, because this was funny too the other night, not to get off topic, but the PayPal will never know. What she keeps saying, I'm paying my debt back in Kuwait. Did anybody see that thing a while back she put on her community tab? And it said like $1,700, but it didn't have anything but just it had $1,700. Foodie, you think, she's like, see, I'm paying my debt. Did a stream today and tallied up less than 250. I'm not for, okay. Are you guys sure? Because I thought there were some hundreds in there. Yeah, I thought there was a good couple hundreds, I thought. I don't know. I mean, if somebody added it up, hell yeah. Anyways, she's like, yeah, do you see? I put up a thing for $1,700. I'm like, dude, you can edit anything and put any amount. It's like she thinks if she comes up with this shit that people, I don't know. Show of hands and for the replay. Does anybody genuinely think she's paying any of this Canada debt? Honest question. I'm very curious to know what you guys think in the replay. Do you guys really think that they have the finances? Okay, you got rent, the T-Mobile, and if you notice, did you see she slipped up the other night and almost said in the car with the water night, all I do, and then she kind of froze up? See, I wonder, see, one part of me thought maybe at once she was to try and get him there. But another part of me is like when now they do have membership still on the other channel, which blew my fucking mind back. When they did a video on the other channel the other day, I checked and I was like, you got to be kidding me. They still have memberships on the couples channel and hadn't uploaded it. And I was like, wow. I was like, I could not believe that. Yeah, when she said about the car being $800 a month, I was like, damn. I know it's a new car, but fuck. You could push, I mean, don't get me wrong, shit's not like a couple years ago, but shit, you could push something decent for $800. Yeah, I know things are kind of Um, you know, our economy's getting kind of weird, but for $800 for that, I'd never, even though it's a new model, I wouldn't pay $800 for that a month. Mm-mm. Yeah, no, you could get something spicy. And even if you didn't want like a European, um, yeah, you could get something decent for 800. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, even if she didn't want something flashy, and hell, regular shit. Our economy's fucking wild. Everywhere. But um, I do beware. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I have something. If you guys will actually, I got two things to show you, and I do got a snack. If you guys, I tell you what. Let me grab this snack. If y'all want to grab a drink right quick or use the restroom, it'll literally take me 2 seconds. We've got this still to go over here. We talked about that. We've damn near covered everything. We've got a couple things we'll close up with, and we'll talk a little bit. And I do got a snack. Yes, I'm glad somebody reminded me. I need to start getting back into the fucking swing of things. Like, I'm so afraid to say this. I have a fucking can of some kind of Halloween 7-Up I got us. Yeah. I just, once my mom, the dog, I was just like, fuck it all. Literally. Like, I've got stuff that I come across, holes. We've got perfumes. We've got so much shit that I need to just start hammering it down. It's the Beetlejuice pop. Did y'all see that? All right, let me grab this snack right quick. It's interesting. I just actually found this yesterday. Whew, yo, I've been outside all day, and my little legs are like, okay, you got some exercise today. I can feel it. Okay, it's not 7-Up. It's, y'all, my knee's been going out lately. Okay, it's Fanta. I got a tropical 7-Up in there. Fanta Haunted Apple Beetlejuice. I have just random shit. What I do is I set shit in a box. And the intentions are to use the things throughout the box for the videos. Is the intentions. I do need to get back into it. The can is super cool. Yeah, it is really neat. I actually have a couple of them. I might save this can just for suppose what it is we'll crack one open. I don't want it tonight because I'm still sipping on this, but it's like here, I'll read it to you. Spiced apple soda. beware, you read my mind. I'll crack one open next stream. Actually, I'll leave it in here so everyone. Okay. I didn't read at the store that it said spiced. If they would have just rocked with the green apple, would have been fantastic. You guys know I love a good Halloween moment. I love a good spice moment. And these two did not go together. Yeah, I'll set that here and we'll crack one open. The spiced and the apple just, the spice with the soda, just, If they would have like I seen it at the store, and I just seen haunted apple. So I thought, oh, it's just going to be a green apple soda. Fantastic. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right, y'all. Let me show you the snack. And then, so what are we thinking here? Are we thinking leave? I want to hear your opinions why we're here. And then I want to hear your opinions in the comments. What are we thinking consensus? What do we think? And I know that, I don't want to put shit in. Do we think that, welcome everybody. Do we think that we're just going to skate back to Canada and it's going to be that? Or, and I don't like to put shit in the universe. I got enough fucked up things that happened to me last year. I don't need anything else. But do we think shit's going to hit the fan? Do we think shit's going to hit the fan? Or do we think that we're just going to slide back in Canada, chuck up the deuces with Sala? And you think so, Boza? I think she's scared shitless. I think she's got her fupa balls in a, I think she's just got cocky enough to stay there. You think so, Neb? Beautiful says, shit's gonna hit the fan. I think she's scared. Not there in Canada. Yes, she looks scared. I think that, I'm with Beware. I really, and again, I don't want to wish bad upon anybody. See, that's what I wonder too, Drew. That's what I wonder true. Is there a way that if she does try to scoodle-doo, that they can flag the passport? But you guys got to think, is it a big enough crime? Do you know what I mean? Like, would they have time to get a hold of the airport? See, I don't think so, too, either, tiniest piece of garlic bread. Or do I? I think they're pissed at her, but it's not like a federal, like, you know what I mean? Like the federales. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's definitely illegal to fundraise. And teach me just because she doesn't make enough just on YouTube. Yeah, Sticky, it's definitely, I don't know, you guys. I think after last night, dude, she looked fucking spooked. Oh, if the passport gets flagged, she's fucked. Welcome, Nance. Welcome, everybody. Any crime that would get her 1 year in jail. Okay, that's good to know. Let's read this. Nance says any crime that would get her 1 year or more in jail, the passport can get okay. Oh, shit, Neb, you didn't see last night? You didn't see her bug out and say she's going home and freak out on Sala? See, I don't think so either, tiniest piece of bread. Oh, Neb, you, as soon as we get off here, so half the shit I said probably is going to make no sense to you. You got, okay, here is for you guys and Neb. If you, The quick version is, damn it, what's the channel I always watch called? And no, I'm not affiliated with this channel. What is the one with the little green guy? Not. Shit. It's a clip channel, you guys. Never have I ever. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Damn it, I know this all the time, and I am so pissed I can't think of it. Is it Never Have I Ever? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Really good. They're always quick to the point. No, have I ever? Shit, I know one of y'all know what I'm talking about. I've mentioned this channel a million times. It's got like a voiceover and it's a man's voice. It's a voiceover and it's a man's voice. Yes. No, I don't think so. Thank you, Tuss. No, I don't think so. Thank you, guys. I knew some, but here's the deal. It's everywhere. Now, Neb and you guys, that's the quick, thank you, Jack. Thank you, everybody. That's the quick version of it. But if you want to see how it leads up to the momentum, because she's just kicking it a dream, you know, like it's a fucking normal day. You can tell she's kind of stressed, but it heightens up to, she literally finds out on stream about the cats getting found and the case being opened. I'm gonna zip it. You just have to watch it. Highly suggest you guys and the replay, whose ever channel you like, whose ever clips, whose ever archive, fucking everywhere. It's everywhere. It's last night. You cannot miss it. She deleted it, but it's everywhere. I mean, you see 0 to 100 real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. So here's the last thing. Let's try the snack and let's talk about this while we're also talking about here. I don't know why. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. I do think she's hauling ass, Chels. I think she's hauling balls out. I think she is, you know, we'll kind of do like an end recap while we're chilling here and kind of wrap it up and try this. I think she's, you know, skated by in life, got away with everything. You know, mom has covered her tail. You know, remember 400 check when she was young and the bank was going to press charges and mom paid for it. All the other stuff that's happened in Kuwait, if you're just coming in, go back to the beginning. We went through so many different things. I think that she really thought she was untouchable, and this surely wasn't on my bingo card. This out of all things, I thought maybe that Allah Shabib, when she was messing with his wife, arguing with his wife, I would have said that before this scenario. Never in my entire life. Now, it's a bittersweet moment, I'm not going to lie. And again, I don't wish bad upon anybody. But